had a camera in my hand. That's kind of just how I've grown up. Now I'm gonna be completely honest here. No. Are you still going to be posting after you get a career? Do you have any goals or plans for your first year on your own? I have a lot. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to episode 3 of the POST-GRAD diaries, and also welcome to an updated Q&A. Now I honestly think this is going to be my last Q&A with this background. This is kind of like a bittersweet moment for me because I've done a few Q&As in my lifetime, okay? And almost every single Q&A that I've done has had this background, but this is going to be the last Q&A with this background. Or at least I think it will be. So a lot of this Q&A is going to be stuff about my plans for the future, things about college. I feel like I have a lot going on in my brain right now, and I always like to keep you guys updated. I feel like this video is literally perfect for that because I just need to sit, I need to have a yap session with my girls, and that's exactly what this video is going to be. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, check out all my socials, links in our description box down below, and let's get right on into today's Q&A. I also did a post on my community tab on YouTube, and I asked you guys to give me some questions that you guys might want answered, and a few of you guys replied, so I'll start with those questions first. So the first question we have is, what do you want to have a career in? I have thought long and hard about this. If I'm being completely honest, I still don't know fully what I want to have a career in. I feel like that's fine, and I feel like that's normal, especially for someone who has the same lifestyle as me. If you guys didn't know, I didn't grow up like in an actual high school experience since I was homeschooled. I feel like right now especially, like, the world is my oyster. I can do anything I want. I can get any type of job or career that I want, and I've always kind of switched what I want to do in my future, like in the flip of a hat. But I will say the one consistent thing in my life has been filming and editing and YouTube and just like cinematography in general. I love camera work. I love editing videos. Obviously, I have a YouTube channel. I feel like none of us are surprised by that. I will say right now what I want to have a career in is something to do with digital media production. I honestly want to work on movies in any capacity, like edit the movies, be a director. Hopefully that happens for me one day. But like, I would even be happy just being the person behind the camera. I've always had a camera in my hand. That's kind of just how I've grown up. So if I had to choose what I would have a career in, it would probably be digital media production. That's what I'm gonna go to college for. And that actually leads us into the next question, which is, what are you going to do in college and what college are you going to? Now for the beginning of that question, I'm gonna be doing digital media production. That's what I'm gonna be studying mainly in college, but I also want to minor in marine biology. And there's not a lot of colleges that do both of those things. So I still kind of have no clue what college I'm going to go to. You guys watched the last episode of the POST-GRAD diaries. You saw what colleges I applied to. Honestly, like, my opinion might shift even like after this video is posted, but currently at 3:12 on Tuesday, the 1st of July, I think I want to go to Gulf Coast State College in Panama City. I've kind of already fallen in love with that school. I've been researching it so much. I got accepted into it, and that's kind of like where I'm getting led, but things might change, so no promises on that one. Next question is, will your content switch from just books to other things? Now I'm going to be completely honest here. No. Guys, I don't care where I'm at in life, okay? I've always been a reader. I've literally grown up with a camera in one hand and a book in another, okay? No matter where I go in life, 99% sure I will always be doing book content. But my thing is, once I get to college, I'll definitely be doing like reading vlogs still. I'll still be doing my little book videos, kind of exactly what I'm doing now, but I'll also probably mix in some vlogs and things like that. Yes, my content will shift a little bit, but no, like, I'm not completely switching up my content. I'm still gonna be doing book videos, still gonna be doing vlogs. Also, sorry about the birds. I have my door open and ugh. I also am gonna kind of miss this, guys. Look at my view right now. How am I supposed to not want to see this every single time I film? This is like so sad. Like, how does one move on? Someone help me, please. Next question we have is, how do you deal with feeling like you're behind with things? I don't know how I deal with it, if I'm being honest. I feel like my whole life I've been behind. Whoa, that was crazy. Probably something I should talk to with a therapist, but I don't know. I just feel like my whole life I felt very behind with everything that's been going on. I just don't think I've ever been at the same wavelength as my peers, and that's not even to say that I'm above them. I honestly sometimes think that I'm below them. There's also things that go into it where I'm 17 and I just recently got my permit. Like, I'm not gonna get my driver's license until I'm 18. I also have just taking my grad pictures. I took those super late. Even just applying to colleges. Oh my gosh, guys, the amount of colleges that I've called and they've been like, hey, we don't let you apply for fall semester because it's too late. I just think I'm the biggest procrastinator in general, but it also stems from just kind of feeling behind my entire life. But how I deal with being behind on things, I don't know. I just feel like I keep telling myself everybody goes through their different stages in life. Like, I don't need to do things exactly when my peers do them. Just keep reminding reminding myself everyone has their own path, everything's gonna work out for me, and if you have that mindset, I feel like you can't go wrong. And sometimes even though you're feeling behind in life, you're not really behind. Everyone just has a different path they're taking, and that is totally normal and totally fine. I feel like a lot of people, especially around my age, will feel that they're behind in life. Just remind yourself you're literally not. Even if you have to gaslight yourself, you're not behind. The next question we have is, will you ever do collabs with other creators? Like, that's an easy 100%, 1000% yes. I love doing collabs. I will say I've only done like 2 collabs on my YouTube channel, a few more on my Instagram when I was dabbling in Instagram Reels, like dancing on Instagram Reels. Oh, don't bring me back to that time. Yes, I will absolutely do collabs. I want to do more collabs. I just feel like, I don't know, maybe I have imposter syndrome, but whenever someone reaches out for a collab, I'll be like, no, like they didn't mean to send that to me. They don't actually know who I am. Like, no, there's no way they're choosing me for this. So a lot of the times I'll say no, or I won't reply because I just get really, really scared, and I'm scared of being perceived, which is funny. Like, I have a YouTube channel. Crazy, you know? But yeah, I mean, I would love to do collabs. I just, like, I'm very picky also. I feel like I'd have to make sure that they align with everything that I align with. Hopefully sometime in the future, I'll have a lot of collab opportunities coming in. A girl can dream, okay? And the last question I have that was asked from you guys is, are you still going to be posting after you get a career? I will say this, it really kind of depends. It depends on what career I have. My thing is, especially in the film industry, I feel like people judge you a lot in the film industry, but I will definitely try. I'll definitely try to be doing both. And I honestly think if it gets to the point where I have to pick one or the other, I think I would pick YouTube. Like, I genuinely think that I would pick to still film my videos, and I would just find a different job or career to do, because this is what I love doing. This is what brings me the most joy in my life. So why would I give that up for a career? I don't know where life will take me, but I will say this. I hope that I'm 60 years old and still posting YouTube videos. I hope that I'm posting a video on my deathbed. Like, that's how much I love doing content creation and doing YouTube videos. The next question we have is, how do you feel about moving out for the first time? If I had to describe it in one word, I would say scared. I am terrified. I feel like my comfort zone is with my family and in my house. Honestly, just this cabin in general. This is my comfort zone. Even just thinking about moving out and leaving that comfort zone is really, really a scary thought. And especially because any of the schools that I want to go to and have applied to are like 3 to 4 hours away. So I'm gonna be not just out of my comfort zone, but far out of my comfort zone. I'm nervous, but I know that it'll be good for me. I've been craving independence. I need independence to grow. You guys will be there every step of the way, so I don't have much to worry about. I've been talking through it with my mom a lot. I just feel like I have a good head on my shoulders, and I have a good family and friend group like surrounding me that I know if I ever run into a problem, I can just call someone up and they'll be there for me. Change is scary, but change is also needed. The last question we have for this Q&A is, do you have any goals or plans for your first year on your own? I have a lot. I'll be honest, I have a lot of goals, not a lot of plans. I feel like anytime in my life that I've planned, it's just like the plan just disintegrates. So I never really plan out things to a certain extent. My plan as of right now is just to move out, get to college. I don't know if I'll be in a dorm. I don't know if I'll be in an apartment. I don't know if it'll be an apartment with roommates or by myself. We'll see where the wind takes me. As far as goals, I have a lot of goals. The biggest one is to gain independence. I literally start freaking out if I have to go grocery shopping alone, okay? I need independence like no other. That is one big goal for myself, is just to do things by myself, gain some independence. I also just want to do the simple things that get me out of my comfort zone. I feel like that's going to be the main thing about my first year on my own, is just get out of your comfort zone, Bryn. Immediately. So kind of some things that go along with that would be just like meeting new friends, trying new meals. I need to learn how to cook. Some other things could just be like building a new routine. I want to start working out. I want to have a lot of growth in my first year on my own, and I feel like no matter what I do, I'll have a lot of growth on my first year on my own. I've always been a person that wants to be alone and craves that independence, but I've never really had it because I just live in a bubble and I allow myself to be in a bubble. So we're gonna try to pop that bubble, step out of it, and those are pretty much all of my goals for my first year on my own. With all that being said, I hope that I gave you guys some answers to some questions that you might have had by watching my latest videos. I think I'm a very open and honest person, but I kind of forget to like even just update you guys. Sometimes I think that you guys just live in my head at all times. Like, comment, and subscribe, and stick around to see some more content from me. I am starting my next chapter of life, and we're gonna do it together, just like I've done it with you guys every single other chapter of my life. And I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys super soon with another video. Goodbye.